Disclaimer. Banana Time is not for the simple, weak, or closed-minded. We explore topics, events, and ideas that interest us. Nothing is off limits. We are not claiming belief or disbelief in the content discussed. We are simply open to having the conversation. We aim to find humor in everything and aren't afraid to poke fun in all directions. If you are not comfortable with these types of topics or narratives, we respectfully suggest you turn off this podcast now. May the force be with you. Welcome to Banana Time with your hosts, Elise Iovino and Mark Busy Smith.
Welcome back to Banana Time. We're so happy you're here to join us. Okay, I actually have a banana fact today, and I'm going to show you a picture of the banana fact. So take a look at this.
Wow.
That's a pretty big banana, isn't it?
That is quite the banana girth.
Yes, that is quite the big banana. So this banana is called the huamoa and is a giant banana species found in Hawaii. Tragically, though, agriculture disease and severe tropical storms have heavily reduced the cultivation of this banana, but I was just like, whoa, that's one big freaking banana.
Yeah, it is. I feel like it's in danger because Carlos Mozo's probably eaten all of them.
Shout out Carlos. Okay, so a little bit of a check-in from last week. You had a unfortunate McDonald's World Cup experience with our friend Grimace.
Yeah, I got grimaced at McDonald's on the
Yeah,
way.
you got grimaced. You got grimaced last week. So you said you were going to go back and try again. Did you do that?
I did actually make another visit to McDonald's for my World Cup cup.
Hopefully a more successful one?
Well, I recorded it. Would you like to gander upon?
All right, we can look at the footage. Let's see the footage.
Going for the World Cup here. The big reveal. Who did we get? Nice. Ronaldinho. I'll take it. Ah, cool look. He's giving the shaka. I love it. Sick. Anything over the grimace, but this is awesome. I love this cup. This is real cool.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah,
Not Grimace.
not bad, huh? I'm
Not
happy with
bad.
that. That was
You must
cool.
have been happy with that. Okay, so
Much better.
are you going to go again, though?
I want them all. I cannot lie. I mean, I don't think I have enough time to get all of them because I don't want that to be my diet where I'm eating McDonald's twice a day trying to get World Cup cups. But yes, I am going to make another attempt.
You don't want to eat McDonald's like every other day for the rest of the World Cup in the next 2 weeks? Where's the dedication?
The World Cup comes to America and I become obese. No, I can't. I can't do that.
Now, the other question was, you were going to try to see if McDonald's would do those animal-style fries.
I have not
Did you
made
do
it.
that?
No, I haven't. I have not made it to McDonald's for that yet. But
But you
maybe
were there.
Maybe I can try that this week. We'll see. How
I'm
my
still
week pans
interested.
out.
I'm still interested to see if they'll do it.
They'll do what I tell them.
Oh, will they now? You seem pretty confident here.
Well, confidence and cockiness. It's a thin line between love and hate, isn't it?
It's a thin line for you, that's for sure. Cockiness and confidence. Okay, well, I'm pretty excited about this episode because today's theme is we're really talking about the limits of being human, the things that we think we can do, the things we definitely can't, and the people who somehow seem to be able to do the impossible. So we're really exploring the questions of what are humans actually capable of.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Okay, so I have a list here that is a research of surveyed men that think they can do some pretty wild scenarios. So I want to see if you think you could do them and see what percentage of the male population you fall into. Are you down with that?
Yeah, we can try this.
Are you down with that? Okay. So do you think you could beat a grizzly bear?
No chance. Not even remotely close.
Not even remotely close.
I think I could maybe outmaneuver and outrun a grizzly bear with juke moves. But but I don't
Juke
think
moves.
but I definitely don't think I could fight a grizzly bear. What percentage of men believe they can handle a grizzly bear with their bare hands?
12% of men think they can beat an attacking grizzly. They can basically outfight a
Interesting.
grizzly bear. And according to my research, that's essentially a 0% chance of a human, male, whatever you want to say, being able to take on a grizzly. An adult
Yeah.
grizzly bear weighs 400 to 800 pounds, can run 35 miles per hour,
Wow.
and has enormous bite force and claws. Unarmed, the average person has virtually no chance of beating a bear. So you can't even outrun them.
Yeah, well, I could be like Michael Scott on The Office, where they're running by the speed gun, and a car comes by, and he's like 35, yeah. Look, after I saw the movie The Revenant, I know there's no chance in the world of beating any kind of bear with your bare hands. That's just nonsense.
Or even outrunning them. I think that's why there's that saying, like, the best way to beat a grizzly bear is to run faster than your friend.
Yeah, if we're in the woods together, I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Okay, well, but you wouldn't outrun me, right? You'd let me. Would you let me win that one? Oh, he's not saying yes. All right, maybe we should move on. Okay. Do you think you'd be able to I mean, actually, I know you wouldn't even be in this scenario. Let's just say you're in the ocean. Do you think you'd be able to punch a shark and swim away if a shark came to attack you?
I would never find myself that deep in the ocean. But if that situation were to happen for some reason, maybe. But I feel like I would go to punch the shark and my arm would just come back not there. It would just be a nub.
You totally
No,
not
I
see
would
him right,
I
and
would
you just
go to hit him, but I think he would just eat me. I think he
oh,
would just eat my
he'd eat
hand
the
off.
arm.
Yeah, the arm would
Oof.
be gone.
Okay. Well, 9% of men surveyed think they could punch a shark and swim away.
Oh, okay.
Whether that's possible, according to my research, it depends. It is shown that punching a shark's nose or targeting the eyes can sometimes interrupt an attack,
Yeah.
but it is definitely not a reliable strategy. If a large shark is actively attacking you, your odds aren't pretty good. Your odds aren't good.
Right.
Not good. Yeah.
Yeah, the best bet for you to avoid a shark attack is to stay on the beach.
Yeah, don't go in the water. That's what the Jaws taught us, right? Don't go in the water.
Yeah, don't go in the water.
Don't go in the water. Da-na-na-na. Is that the thing? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Is that Jaws?
Yeah, I believe you're correct.
Okay. All right, next up. Do you think you could drive an F1 car at full speed?
I do believe that I could drive an F1 car at full speed.
Really? Just as you are right now, not trade. You just right now, someone gives you the keys to an F1 car and you think you could drive that thing at full speed.
If I had a couple practice laps, I think by the end of the day I could figure it out. Yeah.
I'd really like to hear what my brother-in-law who races cars thinks about this one. I'll have to ask Brad and have him weigh in. 18% of men think they can. I'm not
I'm in
surprised
the
it's
18
higher.
percentile.
You're in the 18 percentile of men who are overly confident in themselves. And according to my research, it's almost certainly no.
Wow.
Most people could probably get it moving, but driving it anywhere near race pace without crashing requires years and years of training. The braking forces and cornering G forces apparently alone are overwhelming. But keep believing in yourself here. I almost wish I could phone a friend right now and call in Braden. I really want to know what Braden would say. Braden is my brother-in-law, and he's a race fiend. Okay. Do you believe you could free climb a cliff?
I would never free climb a cliff. Like, this means, like, if I had to, if something was chasing me, could I try to?
Sure. I mean, I guess not for fun, but if you,
I
if
mean,
you felt the need
I'm
to
not
free climb
climbing.
a
I'm not
cliff.
free climbing for fun. So that's never happening. So I guess my answer would be no.
14% of men think they can. And literally, My research says no, just straight up no.
Ah,
Even elite climbers train for years to free climb difficult rock faces. And again, staying calm doesn't replace strength, technique, or grip endurance. Like you have to really, really train for that. So for an average person who's not a climber, it's a no.
right. I mean, I play basketball 2 to 3 times a week, and I hurt my shoulder just doing that. Sometimes I hurt my back rolling out of bed. I don't think I'm made to climb mountainscapes.
Yeah, if you hurt your back climbing out of bed, I'm not sure about the free climbing. Okay, well, what about surviving one night in the Arctic?
With I have a coat, or you know, what do I have with me here?
Look, I'm assuming you're not naked in the Arctic, but I'm not sure you have like all the gear that someone would prepare to be able to survive a night in the Arctic. I mean, we're
Yeah,
saying, can you survive a night in the Arctic? Not like, can you be set up in like a nice little cozy cottage and survive in the
right.
Arctic?
I mean, my idea would be to tunnel my way into the ground somewhere.
Oh, so you tunnel.
I would try to tunnel into the ground somewhere and just try to use my body heat to heat the little space that I could create for myself. I guess I would make it through the night, but probably not. I'm on the edge on that one, I guess. Maybe.
21% of men think they can.
Hmm.
And from my research, usually not, at least without proper gear or shelter. If you're dropped into Arctic conditions, unprepared, hypothermia within hours, not great.
Yeah. I cannot imagine the amount of pain that would come with trying to spend a night in the Arctic.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold. I would rather be in heat than in the cold, I think. The blistering heat over the I don't know, both seem terrible. I don't know what I'd pick, but I think probably uh now
I
I'm
think it
just
would
thinking
be
about
easier to die in the cold, honestly, than to
I
die
think it's easier to die in the
in the
cold,
heat.
but I wonder if it'd be like less painful because you kind of numb up
In the
and like
cold,
kind of go in the cold,
in the cold, it
like
would be less painful. I mean, I think it would
yeah,
still be very painful and suck, but I don't know.
maybe not as much as like heat and like burning and dehydrate.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up, do you think you can land a backflip off of a roof?
I'm not even jumping off a roof, so no. There's not there's no backflipping for me left on this earth.
Left, that's what I'm saying. But there was a time where you backflipped with the best of them. Do you think in your prime athletic period in your life, do you think you could land a backflip off of a roof?
Off of a picnic table, maybe. Off of a roof, I think I'm over rotating. I think that's a really bad idea. I'm going to say no.
11% of men think they can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My research says almost no chance for the average person.
Hmm.
Even trained gymnasts carefully control all the aspects, height, landing surface, off a roof. I don't know that many people could do that. Okay, do you believe you can escape a submerged car? So your car goes into the water, could you escape a submerged
Yes,
car?
I know how to get out of the car if it's going underwater.
All right, describe it, please.
I am taking my seatbelt. I'm pulling the seatbelt out, wrapping it around my hand, using the part that goes into the clicker, and I am taking out the window.
16% of men think they can.
Hmm. I thought that would be much higher.
I thought it would be higher too, because in my mind, I feel like, again, I think I've seen so many movies or shows that have this, and I'm like, okay, well, I know what I'm supposed to do, but in the moment, would I be able to do it? Hopefully.
Yeah.
But yes, this is actually possible, but only if you know what to do. And let's just see what I researched here. The key is to get out quickly before the cabin fills. If the windows still work, open them. If not, use the window breaker. Windshields are much harder to break, so always go to the window, like you said, not the windshield. And waiting long makes escape much harder, so the quicker you do it, the easier. It's more about knowledge than athleticism, they say.
Hmm.
So be prepared, folks. I hope that never happens, but be prepared. It is possible. All right, do you think you could beat people at poker after watching movies?
I feel like I've just recently gotten the idea of like what cards beat what. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
so you don't
definitely.
even know poker. You
I
don't
don't
even
even
know
know. I don't
poker.
even know poker. I don't know what watching a movie about poker is going to help me do. But my answer is going to be no.
22% of men think they can. And honestly, I have to comment because I forget the name of that movie, but there was that movie about the guy who counts cards.
Oh yeah.
And I remember,
Wait, which one are we talking about? Rain Man or Hangover? Or
no, there was
another
actually
one?
there's another movie that was dedicated to a guy who like was counting cards. Like he was really good at counting cards.
Okay. Are we talking about the movie 21?
Yes, 21. That's the one.
Okay.
I remember after watching that movie, I was like, oh, I could learn how to count cards. And I kind of like tried to. It's super hard. And it's also like you're not supposed to do that, obviously, in casinos. Um, but I think even in general, this question is like just like watching people play poker. I used to watch Poker After Dark all the time when I was younger. For some reason, I'd like put on that show. There was like a lot of celebrities on there just playing poker, and you just kind of feel like you pick up the skills, like you know which cards to play, what to do. I can see why people would think that. But according to my research, the answer is probably not. Movies teach drama, not poker strategy. So just like watching movies on poker and cards does not really teach you how to play cards. But some people think they can. Do you think you could beat a trained professional fighter?
No, I cannot beat a trained professional fighter.
Well, 19% of men think they can.
Yeah, well, 19% of men are getting their ass kicked.
Yep. Essentially, 0% is what my research says. Um, for an average untrained person, obviously size matters, but training matters way more.
That's what
So,
she said. Couldn't help it.
it's a good one. All right, last one. Do you believe you could start a fire with sticks?
Yeah, I could start a fire with sticks.
All right, 27% of men think they could start a fire with sticks. According to my research, technically yes, but far fewer than 27% of people could actually do it. It's
Sure.
actually a real survival skill that requires the right wood, technique, dry conditions, and practice. And most people would give up long before getting an ember. But I have watched a lot of Survivor and Naked and Afraid. I've seen some people how you work it. There's like the one that I've seen work the easiest is the one where you have like a thing of wood and they like get a little hole and you have another stick that you kind of carve with a knife and you're like going like this
Yeah,
on the wood
with the
and you're
friction.
creating the friction of it's not like this.
Hmm.
So I don't know if this counts. I guess if you had a wide stick, I don't know if it counts. You can, I've seen people do that and then
That's
you have to quickly put
insane.
the thing
That would
on
be
it.
so crazy to be able to do that.
I kind of want to challenge you to a fire starter challenge.
Oh, as long as I have some kerosene and a lighter, I'll be good.
No, you have to do it like this.
Oh yeah.
I think it takes a lot of endurance to your arms start hurting, but it's technique, so we'll see. So you're not overly confident, over cocky. I'm impressed. You're not in these percentile of men that really think they can do the impossible.
Well, I do keep my ego in check.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
So, Elise, this week I was surfing around and I found this list that was the most dangerous places on Earth.
So speaking of dangerous things like we were just talking about, so there's some places on Earth that can make us humans feel a bit small.
Places on Earth that are extremely dangerous to visit. Does that interest you?
Oh, it interests me.
There is this place called the Bolton Strid. It is actually a deep, raging river turned on its side. Under the water are undercut rocks and powerful currents. If you fall in, you are pulled down instantly. It has a 100% fatality rate. Nobody has ever been recovered alive.
I definitely would not be going there. What does it mean by a river turned on its side?
Yeah, I'm confused by that. What does it mean? It runs up and down? So it goes into the earth?
Oh, I think that's what it's saying. It's like, because I think it's like a hole, but it's technically a river. So it almost would
Jeez.
appear like it's like a puddle or something, but you step in and it actually has like, I think, current that would pull you down.
Gnarly.
So key takeaway here is now I should just be afraid of stepping into puddles because they could be like fatal rivers.
I would watch where you step, that's for sure.
Watch where you step.
Next up on this list is the poison garden. Every single plant here is lethal. Some can kill you just by touching them. Others can make you pass out just by the smell of their pollen. Guests frequently faint during tours.
Okay, well, that's an interesting date idea.
If you're Bill Cosby, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who's visiting
Uh,
the poison garden, I guess.
yeah, I mean, it would be unique.
S-
That would be interesting. So don't smell the flowers.
Do not smell the flowers,
Do
no.
not smell the flowers here,
Or pick them for that matter.
or pick them.
That could even be worse.
They better have very obvious signs here because, flowers are beautiful. Aren't they meant to be smelled and picked? Not these.
I'm sure there are yuck mouth signs everywhere.
What's a yuck mouth sign?
You remember the yuck mouth signs that were like poison signs for kids that had like the green, I'm pretty sure it was a green face on the sticker. You got them at school. You were supposed to take them home and put them on anything that was like toxic.
I do not remember those. How did I miss this cool thing in childhood? I didn't get any yuck mouth stickers. Do you have any of those?
I don't have any, no.
Oh man, I want
We
to
should
find
look
some
them
of
up though.
those. We should look them up and see if we can find some yuck mouth stickers. Bring them back. I'm gonna put a yuck mouth on the. That's just a good. I just want to yuck mouth people now.
Next on this list is an island called North Sentinel Island.
Sounds innocent enough. This sounds fine.
Apparently, the people that live on this island are the most isolated tribe on Earth. They kill outsiders on sight. In 2018, an American missionary tried to land there. They shot him with arrows and buried him in the sand. The police cannot even retrieve his body.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that is this like so it's like legal for them to do it or just everybody, even officials, like just stay off the island? Just stay off. We'll give it to them.
No one goes there except for the people that live there. You know, and they've been there secluded their entire lives. So these are like wild people that have never been around any sort of culture or, civilization whatsoever.
Well, when you put it that way, there's also a risk for them to be exposed to like disease and stuff because they don't have like the same immunity as we all do from being around people. So like that's probably also a reason where it's like stay off or they don't want anybody on their island because they can get exposed to things.
That's interesting, yeah. So next on this list is the door to hell.
Wait, okay, so the door to hell sounds welcoming.
The door to hell has been burning for 50 years. It is a giant fiery pit in the middle of nowhere that smells of sulfur and looks literally like the entrance to the underworld.
I actually have a fact about this one. I actually know about this one.
Oh,
And this is a giant natural gas crater. However, us humans did this. Scientists accidentally ignited it in 1971, expecting it would just burn out in days, and it's still burning 50 years later. So that's kind of a little
wow.
whoopsie. Little whoopsie.
Is that how is that how humans turn the earth into the sun? We burn it from the
Apparently.
inside out. Idiots. Jeez. Next on this list is Jacob's Well.
Well, that sounds nice. See, you named something Jacob's Well. I'm like, Jacob's Well. I would like to go there. These should the door to hell was very obvious, and the poison garden or whatever was okay. But Jacob's Well sounds nice. So they need a new name if this is that dangerous.
It is one of the most dangerous diving spots in the world. Experienced divers get disoriented in the tight tunnels, run out of air, and drown.
Oh, I will say this. I'm like you. Even though I'm a Pisces, I'm a water sign through and through. I do not like the ocean. I do not like, I would never want to scuba dive. I don't want to go down there.
Imagine getting caught in tight tunnels
That's
with no
horrifying.
space.
Horrifying.
Yeah, that is
Cross,
horrifying.
like tight spaces for me in general, no bueno. Tight spaces underwater,
Yeah, and it's not easy to look around with all that equipment on and those goggles
hell
and everything.
no. Mm-mm.
Oh, here's your favorite. Next on the list is Ramree Island.
Oh, I know this one.
The island is infested with thousands of saltwater crocodiles. Soldiers in World War II were eaten alive in the dark.
Mm-mm.
It is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the greatest disaster suffered by humans from animals.
Ugh. Mm-mm.
Crazy. Saltwater crocodiles are so big. Could you
They're
imagine that just
huge.
somewhere that's infested with them?
No, that sounds horrifying. Again, maybe Ramree Island should be renamed something that's basically translates to get the heck out.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it would be super interesting to see. I'm just surprised that if there's that many crocodiles there, like how do the crocodiles survive? Because I mean, if it's like how are other animals like that they have to eat?
Well, they're saltwater crocodiles, so I'm assuming they're eating fish and other things in the ocean.
Oh, so it's ocean. Okay, I see. So this is an area like near an ocean. That makes sense. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That sounds horrific.
Next on this list kind of stays in the same realm. This is
Yay.
Snake Island. Snake
Okay.
Island.
At least they're telling us what it is, and I'm not going there. I know you're not going there.
I'm staying far away from Snake
Don't
Island.
you? I
About as
mean,
far if where I am sitting right now is as far away from Snake Island as I can be, then this is where I'm going to stay.
I happen to remember when we were on our nice little hike and we encountered a snake and your reaction to it.
He
I
was
think I was,
huge.
it was a big snake. Don't get me wrong. I stayed pretty calm. You on the,
Well, he had been run over by like 50 bikes it looked like. So and he was
oh,
still alive. So he kind of looked like it was a stick. You thought it was a stick.
yeah. I didn't, I mean, I thought we saw him slither away.
No,
He
he
went
did slither
across.
away, but but at first you thought it was a stick.
I might
And we were
have.
just going
I
to jump
probably would
over
have
it,
just
but I
walked right
was
over
worried
it.
about that because he's injured. So an injured snake will strike you.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, I'm not getting close enough to any snake to strike me, but he did get off the path eventually.
He did get off the path. We just had to wait a little bit. We weren't going to go around. We just waited.
So
Snake crossing.
so obviously Snake Island is exactly what it's named after. It's full of basically just snakes everywhere. So the main snake on that island is the golden lancehead viper.
Viper. That does not sound good.
Yes, it is a
Mm-mm.
very
I'm
venomous
assuming
snake.
extremely venomous. Okay.
Yes, very deadly.
Whew, okay, not going there.
So I'm
Great.
next on this list. I know I'm going to butcher this. This is Lake Karache. Lake Karachay.
Oh, I love it.
It was a dumping ground for nuclear waste in the 1990s. Simply standing on the shore for 1 hour would give you a lethal dose of radiation. Your organs would fail within days.
Oh, so this is like an established place where we're just dumping nuclear waste? Is this just the
Just
world's dumping ground or just
dumping
Russia's?
dumping nuclear waste in this lake, and I guess just thought it would float away.
Mm. Sure, even mosquitoes would look at that lake and be like, nah,
I don't think
not
anything's
for
near that
me.
lake.
Not for me.
So next up on this list, we have Poveglia Island. The soil is said to be 50% human ash. Locals won't go near it. They say you can still hear the bell tower ringing, even though the bell was removed decades ago.
Oh, so I think this is the one that's in Italy. And it's where a bunch of the like thousands of plague victims were buried or cremated there. So it's like victims of the plague.
Oh my. And that's the ashes
Yeah.
that are there.
And that's the ashes. So apparently this is like not just like a, well, this is more of like a dangerous place because it seems haunted. They're saying this is a haunted, dangerous place.
That's what it
I'd
sounds
be
like.
down.
Yes.
I'd be down to go to haunted, dangerous places.
That might be the only place on this list that I actually want to visit.
Kind of, because it doesn't seem like there's evidential things that will just take you out, but it's sort of like go at your own risk.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, that was a pretty horrifying list.
Yeah. I'm so sorry if I scared anyone out there.
But again, in regards to our theme, this is where like we are just human, right? We can't survive everything. There are things that can take us out. Well, I'm sure there are people out there, like in our first segment, that feel like they could probably survive some of those places if we surveyed a bunch of overconfident men or women. Um,
Apparently, at least 12 to 26%.
at least 12 to 26%. Now, speaking of which, though, there are, I do have a list of humans who actually have some quite what would be seen as almost superpower skills. And these are like legitimately fact checked and known. One of the most craziest ones is this man called, sorry, one of the craziest ones is Daniel Tammet, who is known as the human calculator.
Hmm.
So he literally memorized 22,514 digits of pi. Like this is like 22,514 digits. He also apparently learned conversational Icelandic remarkably quickly for a TV documentary. He has an extraordinary memory and language learning ability associated with savant syndrome. So, I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
I
that's
can barely remember like phone numbers these days because we just use our phones.
I literally do not have any phone number remembered, unfortunately.
Wait, do you not know my phone number?
No, I don't know my mom's number. I don't know
You
anybody's
don't know
number.
your mom's number. I'll be honest, I don't think I know yours, but I do know my mom, my dad's, my sister, and my brother's
That's
for
good.
sure.
Yeah, I don't have any. Since my mom got rid of her landline, I don't remember any
So you
phone
remember
numbers by
your
heart.
mom's old phone number though?
I do, yeah. I could tell you
Okay.
my childhood number. I could tell you Ian's childhood number. I could tell you Jason Reeder's childhood number. Um, that's about it. I remember Carlos's childhood number.
So any of the numbers that you repeatedly used before we didn't have to memorize them.
Right, correct.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like technology is amazing, obviously, but I mean, there are certain skills that we learn as humans and we reinforce them. This will actually feed really well into a topic we talk about after. But, we are losing some skills here,
Yeah.
just a little bit. All right, there's also Stephen Wiltshire, who is known as the human camera. This is pretty impressive. So, after a short helicopter ride over cities like New York, Tokyo, Rome, London, he has drawn astonishingly accurate panoramic cityscapes from memory.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
The drawings aren't like perfect to the millimeter, but they're like super detailed and incredibly accurate just by like a flyover.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy.
So cool. I've seen him in action, like
Really?
like on videos, you know.
Oh,
Oh, less impressive that I wasn't there in person. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, a little less. Okay, there's also now talk about butchering. I'm Eskil Ronningsbakken. That's the best I could do.
Very nice.
He's a Norwegian performance artist known for balancing in extreme places. So the photos that you see of him are real. You'll see him balancing, like doing a headstand, balancing on top of like a massive cliff, like right at the edge, doing some crazy things. And so it's not necessarily the balancing poses he can do that makes it remarkable. It's that like he can do them in crazy places and like manage the body and the human's fear response.
Yeah, because that's part of mind over matter, right? And he's
Exactly.
doing these balance acts, but it's like when you're on the edge of a building or on the edge of a cliff doing the same things that it's not the same mentality of when you're doing it on your bed or on a trampoline or something.
Yeah. Do you do headstands on your bed?
Sometimes,
Really?
yeah. When I'm in headstand mode,
Can you do a headstand?
I could do a headstand, yeah.
I've never been able to do a headstand or a handstand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, you can't do a pull up, so
Okay. You know what? I can't. I can barely, I don't know what it is with my upper body strength. I don't know. But yeah, I could barely, like, I've never even really been able to do monkey bars.
yeah.
I don't know what it is. You said that if I practice every day, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, every single day. For the rest of the summer, I think you'd be able to do a pull up.
One? With practicing every single day, all I'm getting is one out of it? I'm getting one?
We at least get one.
Okay, so now there's Kim Peek, who is considered the real Rain Man. So Kim Peek inspired the movie Rain Man,
Oh, interesting.
and he memorized around 12,000 books. He could read the left and right pages of an open book almost simultaneously by using each eye on a different page. Has extraordinary recall for facts, dates, maps, and books. And so researchers have studied him extensively because his memory is so unusual, so supernatural, really. That's nuts.
Yeah. Like I have a problem remembering my parents' birthdays. It's like, well, how does somebody recall all this information? Like how does one brain can retain all of this knowledge and other brains cannot?
Hmm. It's probably, I mean, I'm speaking as a scientist, but it seems like it's the way that the memories are stored. So, like, for example, like someone with a photographic memory perhaps can almost just like, it's almost like I wonder if they're not storing as much of it, but they can recall something so vividly that they can know it in the moment. So it's like, instead of having to like memorize it all, it's like a recall that you can, like, it's almost like seeing it for the first time again. Does that make sense?
No, but I'll
Oh,
take your
oh.
word for it.
I mean, I'm not claiming to be a scientist. I'm just saying the way that it might work. It's just like, it seems like it's okay. I feel like it could be something like a compressed file on a computer. So, like, you can have all your files, but then if you put them in a compression file and you like whittle them down, you can store more on your computer when you compress them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like that.
Gotcha.
Science, anybody into science can, I am not claiming that to be fact. It's just a theory.
All right. Well, we'll take it.
Okay, now, lastly, we have, I'll butcher this too, Shakuntala Devi. One of her most famous feats was mentally multiplying two 13-digit numbers in under 30 seconds in her head, and
Wow.
gave her a recognition in the Guinness Book of Records for that.
That's crazy.
That's some quick math.
Yeah, I mean, I have a problem with 8 times 8. 8 times 8, 64.
8 times 8, 64. Now, the way that you do that is easy. If you want to do it easy in your head, you go 8 times 10 is 80, minus 2 times 8 is 16, equals 64.
Thank you, mathematician.
Or you can memorize it.
Or you could use a calculator.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't have to memorize any things or do math in our head anymore. We're losing all the skills. So I'm going to go right into that segment now. The skills that we're going to be losing within our lifetime as humans.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Are you afraid?
Nah.
No, not afraid.
I think humans, over the span of civilization, have lost all sorts of abilities.
Well, yeah, technology has helped us evolve, but what if for some reason technology was just wiped?
Just from my experience alone, when I go to write cursive handwriting now, I have a serious problem writing in cursive.
Funny enough, that was my number one. So you just stole my thunder. Thanks a lot.
Wow.
Writing in cursive is one of the skills that are taught much less often, but also is not widely used. So, but here's the interesting fact. Many people might not even be able to read cursive.
That's probably true.
I mean, I don't think it looks that different. Like, I still think I remember how to write in cursive. And I could definitely read cursive, but my handwriting will make anything illegible. I'll tell you, like, I have lost the skill of just handwriting. I actually think that's also on this list. Handwriting skills. Typing is faster now. Handwriting neatness and memory benefits slowly decline. So again, like, remember, they always said that if you were studying for a test, it was better to like write out the questions and write out the answers when you study, because connecting the mind and body would help you remember it more. So even again, memory skills are lapsing because we're also not writing as much. And I'll tell you, my hand like literally physically hurts if I start writing things. It's like I have a complete, like my handwriting muscles has atrophied. So kind of craziness. Okay, this is an interesting one. Reading analog clocks. So obviously, like, digital clocks have replaced clock hands. So I'm wondering if, like, I don't know, if my niece, who's now 2, never really is looking at an analog clock, like someone would literally have to teach her to read it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if it's not taught, I don't know how the kids would learn that. Those sorts of clocks aren't everywhere anymore.
I mean, I feel like it's somewhat, well, you have to know what the little hand is, what the big hand is. If they don't tell you what the little hand or the big hand is, you won't be able to read it.
Correct.
Next up, well, basically spelling, right? Like, because of autocorrect.
Yeah,
So nowadays,
maybe.
well, yeah, but if you think about, we had many, many years of having to like learn how to spell. I mean, let me just brag a little bit. When I was in 3rd grade, I came in 3rd place in the spelling bee against 4th and 5th graders.
Mm-hmm. And how many kids were in your school? 20?
No, it was a normal sized school. It was actually an accomplishment. Okay, I got a little party.
Very nice. Little pizza party?
Anyway.
Pan pizza? Personal pan pizza? A Pizza
I don't
Hut?
think it was a pizza. Maybe he might have brought in, my 3rd grade teacher might have brought in pizza. It was actually a very weird, it's one of my, like, it's a very vivid memory I have, and like a creepy one, because I remember like I came in 3rd place. I lost on a quite easy one. I lost on the word recital. I spelled it with L-E instead of A-L. Don't know how I did that. Maybe it was the nerves. But anyway, it was an accomplishment. And my 3rd grade teacher, he like came up to me and like hugged me. And then I felt like kissed me like almost on the lips.
Hmm.
It was weird. It was weird. I just thought, I don't know, it's a
Well,
random
this
weird
heartfelt
memory.
moment just turned into scarred tissue, so
Kind of, right? Because now I look back at that spelling bee and I think, oh, like I won the spelling bee, but I more remember the weird embrace. But anyway, autocorrect could is I don't know, it's we're not spelling as quickly. Like spelling could
yeah.
feel harder.
But you are
Spelling with
but you are getting the correct spelling of every word. So I think that could help you with your spelling potentially.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Simple home repairs. So just knowing how to do basic things like fixing a leaky sink or doing some of these handyman things. A lot of people are just calling for services now.
Sure. If it wasn't for my dad, I would not have any knowledge of doing any of those things.
But could you like fix a leaking sink?
I believe that I could fix a leaking sink. I think so,
Can you
yeah.
change a tire? Can you change a tire?
If I had to, could change a tire, but I have roadside assistance through Subaru
Oh, so you're gonna call the service. There you go.
and I also have AAA. So there will be no tire changing for me.
What if you have no cell phone service?
Where do I not have where am I in the Sahara? I need a
I was
tire
just at the
change.
lake and I had
Look,
no cell phone
if I'm somewhere that I
service.
don't have cell phone service and I have to change a tire, sure. But if I'm alongside a major highway, I am not changing my own tire. I'm sorry, it's way too dangerous out there to be doing that. I will call somebody and they'll come with their big truck that will block oncoming traffic or whatever with their lights on. And it's much more visible.
That's fair. I mean, I do know how to change a tire, but if I'm capable of it, I don't know because it's really hard to remove those bolts. Like you have to be kind of strong to be able to do that.
Yeah, and you
So I
can't
know what
if
to
you can't do
do.
a pull up, I don't think you can get a bolt on a tire.
Okay, hold up. I could take a bolt of a tire off before I could do a pull up, that's for sure. I could like jump on it.
You probably jump the wrong way and strip it.
Look, I got an A in auto in high school. It was
Oh
an
yeah,
elective. Yeah, I got an A. Me and my friend, we were the two only girls in the class and we got A's.
very nice.
Okay. Apparently, many young people never use a landline phone and they might be very confused how to use one. I don't know that I believe this on this list. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
think people should be able to use a landline.
I mean, there's no send button, so maybe that would like throw them off.
That they dial the number and they don't have to push go.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just gonna
just. I
automatically
mean, it's
dial.
ringing anyway. Yeah, so I think they'll be
I
okay.
really, I have to say, I miss landlines a bit because mine, landlines or like the when we had the cordless phone. So those were still landlines, but they were cordless. And I remember when I was in my bedroom, I could intercept people like the my neighbors or people across the streets like phone call. Like you could hear them while you were on the phone. Like the lines would
And
cross.
nosy Elise, I'm sure
No, I
you
wasn't
dropped in on them.
nosy.
Yeah,
No, it
right.
was
That's
just
probably
like,
your number
well,
one
I'm
thing
on
to
the
do.
phone. I'm on the phone, and then I could hear someone else on the phone too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of things that would, it's like the things that we used to have that we don't get
The
anymore.
poor Pepper Jacks across the street
Pepper Jacks.
could never have.
Sorry, do you know someone named Pepper Jack?
No, but that's who lived across the street from you.
Pepper Jack. Apparently, the
Paul
Pepper
Paul
Jacks.
Pepper Jack and his three
Paul
kids.
Pepper Jack and his three kids, Cheddar, uh,
Cheddar.
Cheddar Pep. Oh, I was thinking of cheese.
Oh, I see.
No, you didn't get that?
Cheddar Pepper Jack, Swiss
I
Pepper
don't know.
Jack, and
Gouda?
and Gouda Pepper Jack.
All right, film cameras, being able to know how to load like a classic film reel in a
Sure.
camera.
I would assume that's already forgotten. I mean, I used to be heavily into film photography, and I don't even know if I could do that now. I'm sure I
Because it's
probably
not
could,
just
but
putting that thing and you have to take out the thing and like the sleeve and put it
yeah,
in and
it's just a couple steps there in the process, but I mean, no one to show you how to do that. I don't know. I don't know if these kids could figure it out.
well, next up, reading a compass.
Hmm.
Which I mean, I think I could read a compass because it's just pointing to what
Yeah.
direction you're going. So it's kind of obvious. But like, can I get to where I'm going with a map and a compass? Hell no. Like I'm not.
I don't even know if I could get to where I'm going with just a map in a car anymore. Like without GPS telling me where to go.
Living without GPS, like basically being able to know where you're going, even by route memory, because these days, like, I mean, I still think I know where I'm going by like around where I've lived for years and years and years,
Yeah.
but I also lived here before GPS, really.
Right.
I mean, I just have a habit of when I get into my car, even if I know how to get there, I'm putting on my navigation because I want to know about traffic or I want to see how long it takes. So I'm like always really watching the GPS.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm
interesting.
I'm good in so many cities. So like Philly, LA, Baltimore. I'm good in those cities. I can get around without GPS. But for some reason, I've spent so much time in DC, but DC is just built so differently. It's laid out in such a way that it's so hard to navigate. And without GPS, I don't know that I'd be able to get around DC the way I do. And the
Hmm.
other place that kind of like does that to me, it's not because of how it's laid out, but it's because you use the subway there so often, is New York. Coming out of the subway station, I'm always confused. Like
Well, New
which
York's super
direction
big
is
too.
which.
I mean, I'm not one to talk. I don't know where the heck I'm going all the time. I always go the wrong direction. Even at the movie theaters, when they tell you what theater you're in and which way to go, I always go the wrong
Totally
way.
going the wrong way, yeah.
All right, fixing clothing, like just easy patches, like putting on a button, things like that. Apparently, people are just replacing items. Your stuff
Sure.
rips, they just buy a new one.
Buy a new one, yep. Yeah, why put a
Hmm.
patch on it?
Why put a patch? Why get a
Yeah,
new button? Just always get a new shirt, get a new
right.
pair of pants,
Yeah,
or
and
take it to a
and
tailor.
that's why we all live in debt.
Yeah,
At
well,
least some
yeah.
of us anyway.
That's what they want from us. They don't want us to know how to sew.
Yeah.
They want us to just replace. Tuning radios, like digital audio radios. So like,
Sure.
I feel like I could probably just fiddle around. I mean, you just do it till you hear it. I mean, is there a actual method to it? I
Right.
never learned this skill. I mean, this is before me.
Are we talking about like communicating with other people on like CB radio, or is this like listening to a
Analog
radio station?
radios.
So
Analog
so radio
radios.
stations.
Yeah.
Um when I was a kid, I used to mess around with the tuner because the only hip hop station I could get where I grew up at was from DC. So I had the big antenna on top of my stereo that went the whole way to my ceiling, and I had it taped up there. And then I would have to like tweak the tuner trying to get WKYS 93.9 or WPGC 95.5. Yeah, I mean, kids probably, if I gave a kid today a radio tuner, I'm assuming they'd probably not know how to use it immediately.
Probably not. Or I'm even just thinking any sort of like, like TVs used to have the antennas, but they don't have that anymore. I don't think we need that skill. Next up, Morse code. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, we're just not really using that anymore.
sure. I couldn't do that. I
I mean, I
definitely
don't think
couldn't.
I ever would have learned it. I know the SOS one. Dot 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 dash 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 dot 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 dash dash dash. That's SOS, I think.
Nice.
I think that's the classic one that you learn.
Yeah, so you could save us if we were trapped in a dungeon and somebody needed to hear you through the next wall or
Yeah.
something like that. I
Well,
don't really
maybe
know
this
where you're
could be
going
a
to use it.
superpower. Well, here's the thing. If Morse code's a thing we can learn and nobody's going to know Morse code, then learn Morse code so we can secretly communicate.
Yeah, but the problem is how secret of the communication would it be? Because you could just run that through AI real quick and they could tell you what was being said.
Well, that's another thing that I know I've seen where like even translators are probably not going to have a job anymore because they'll just use AI for translate. We already can use Google Translate.
Right. Yep.
Interestingly enough, we've already covered some of these topics naturally. I didn't even know that we did, but quick mental math,
Yeah.
calculators handle simple arithmetic now. So we don't need to know that 7 times 7,
7 times 7's 49.
5 times 5.
5 times 5 is 25. Enough of this.
And phone numbers by memory is definitely something we're
Yeah.
just not doing these days. But honestly, we should make a mental thing of knowing your significant others, your emergency contact phone numbers. I think that's important.
Yeah, that's probably important.
I mean, come on, if we get stuck somewhere and your phone breaks or something, you need to be able to call somebody.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I got one more. Stick shift driving.
Oh.
I tried to learn stick shift once and I just gave up. What's the point?
Huh.
Wasn't good at it. I was stalling all over the place.
My second car was stick shift, so I had to learn.
Do you think you could still drive a stick shift?
Yeah, yep. I could still do that.
I think some countries require you to like learn on a stick shift or you need a separate license for a stick shift to be able to
Oh,
drive a stick shift, which would make sense to me. I don't know why we just get our license in automatic and it means I'm allowed to drive a stick shift.
sure.
I would be a danger on the road if I'm trying to drive stick.
Well, I have a new suggestion as long as we're on this topic. I think there should be different licenses for if you're allowed on the highway or not.
Highway driving versus non-highway driving
Yeah, I mean, I
license.
think you should, if you have a learner's permit, you should be able to do community driving right around your neighborhood to the school and back. When you get your driver's license, you should be able to, without people, without a, without supervision with you, do that same type of driving. But by no means should you be allowed on the highway to do 70 miles per hour until you have an upgraded license. That's just my opinion.
Well, didn't they take you on the freeway during your driver's test?
I didn't go on the highway during my driver's
I
test,
did.
though.
I definitely had to be merge onto a highway and go a couple
Yeah,
exits.
well, different strokes for different folks.
Oh, well, maybe you should go back and retest.
I think I'm doing all right. Thanks, though.
Actually, I will say you are probably one of the most follow the rules to a T drivers I've ever been in a car with.
This is true because I like to be alive.
Yeah, and I think it's wonderful.
I don't want to injure
I,
myself or others. And
and that is the way we should all be
I
driving on
think
the road safely.
people's mentality on the highway is disgusting. The way people treat each other on the highway, they would never treat each other like that in a public setting. Like you wouldn't walk into a restaurant and get right up in someone's ass and stand there and breathe down their neck, or you wouldn't yell at them. And I mean, maybe some people would yell at other people and flick them off to their face, but I wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't allow other people to do that to me.
That is a very funny idea to witness. Like if people
Let the tailgaters,
if you treated people if you treated people, what would it be like? If you treated people in person how you treat them in the car,
right?
what would that look like?
Yeah,
I could just come up with like a horn and just honk it right in their face.
yeah, right. I can just cut in front of people in line. I could just, while I'm walking beside somebody, jump in front of them. No excuse me, no pardon me. Just take up space whenever I want. It's my space now.
If I'm trying to create room for myself, I could just like gently tap them as long as I don't like leave a bruise.
I'm allowed to put my arm out and extend my middle finger into people's faces whenever I feel the need to.
If I get really mad at them, I could take my key and just basically scratch them.
Now you're scratching up cars?
I'm not
Jeez.
scratching up cars. I never
Unbelievable
said I
confessions
scratched
on
up
this show
cars.
we get.
No, I never said I scratched up cars. Okay,
Jeez.
that leads me to a story. I feel like I need to tell this story because it has to do with this. First off, no, I've never scratched a car. I've never keyed a car. I'm also a very good driver. You can admit that
You're
I'm
pretty
a good
good.
driver.
Yep, you're pretty good.
I'm a good driver. I'm a good driver. I drive maybe a little too fast sometimes. I could a little bit.
A little bit of lead foot.
A little bit of left foot. But okay, speaking of like being accused of hacking up someone's car. So when I was in high school, I had been dating this guy. And then like I think like I forgot if we had like broken up or something or like we weren't together. And I think that group thought for some reason I'd be jealous or something about him, which let me be clear, wasn't. And so I remember that I was going to go over to my friend's house that apparently he was at. And when I got there, I saw that there was this girl there that I didn't want to be around. So I just turned around. Well, turns out for some reason, his tire popped. Like he got a flat tire while he was there and people saw me drive by. So their assumption was that I saw this girl, got so jealous that I got out of my car, took my car key, and was strong enough to jab it into the tire and pop his tire with a car key.
That is ridiculous.
Or even if they thought like I had somehow had a knife, I'm like, there is nothing I could do to pop someone's tire. I'm not strong enough to pop a tire,
Yeah.
to slash a tire.
I mean, you got to be kind of strong to slash a tire with a knife.
But I don't even. Why would I've had a? I mean, come on. Their assumption was I did it with my car key. So that was this whole thing that like I in my fit of jealousy, took my car key and just jammed it. Now, he just got a new tire that day. So he could have had like a faulty tire. Like that happens. Like you get a bum tire when you get a new tire. Anyway, just like fast forward, like how many years would that be? 20 years? Maybe not even. Let's see. If I'm like 13. Yeah, fast forward like 20 years. I'm like, I think I'm like a senior director maybe at the tech company I worked for at the time. I don't think I was a VP yet. I was high up. And all of a sudden, like I acquire a team of people because I expanded my organization. And literally, whose name pops up as going to be working directly under me after 20 years was the ex-boyfriend that accused me of slashing his tire.
Duh. I guess you never know.
You never know.
I only have one story about slashing tires, and it comes from when I was a 9-year-old child.
You slashed a tire?
When I was a 9-year-old kid, I had the worst stepdad ever. And
Oh.
he did something to me. He took some privilege away from me, and he was scolding me and like yelling at me. And then, he went on about his day, and I went off, and I was all pissed off. So I knew where there was like this broken glass, and I went and got all this broken glass, and I took it and I put it under his truck tires, like, and sat it. So like I knew he had to back out, so I put it like behind his truck tire and at an angle.
Oh.
But my mom found it before he actually backed out, which I don't even think it. I don't even think it would have, popped his tire anyway. But that's the one time, and I got in super trouble for that.
Oh, no. I know Linda. She was not having it. I know
Yeah.
she's listening right now.
Yeah, she was not having it. So, that was just kind of the way that I was surviving as a kid, I guess. But which will lead us into this next topic I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
There is this list of 6 survival rules of if and or when the military quarantines your city.
Wait, why would a military quarantine the city? Like if there was like an outbreak or like a zombie apocalypse or something?
Or some sort of wartime disaster, or who knows? Yeah, something like that, right? Your city's being quarantined, though. That's what's happening.
And what does
here.
that mean? Like what happens when it's
You're on
quarantined?
lockdown. So that could mean like people are in the streets, like there's war going on, so there's lockdown, and if you're out, you're considered enemy, so you might be shot on sight. It could be quarantined because of like what you said, some sort of like outbreak that causes like a zombie apocalypse. Who knows?
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I need these. I'm taking notes. Okay.
Yeah, these are good notes to take here, folks.
Listen up.
So the first 72 hours, it's 72 hours as a ghost. The first 3 days are the most violent as unprepared citizens panic for resources. Lock your doors, cover your windows, and do not make a single sound until the initial wave of looting ends.
Oh, I'm done. I mean, I don't think I can stay quiet for 72 hours. My voice travels.
I'm locked down. I'm good with that. Number 2 on this list is do not go to the hospital. During a lethal outbreak, hospitals instantly become the highest density infection zones. If you go seeking help, you are walking directly into the epicenter of a pathogen.
I mean, I can understand that. I mean, I already feel like I don't want to go to hospitals if I don't really have
Right,
to. So,
right.
Okay. So we're basically being quiet, hiding out, and treating our own wounds, if any.
Correct, yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
So next on this list is beware of safe zones. Government mandated evacuation camps are choke points. Cramming thousands of terrified, potentially infected people into a stadium guarantees mass transmission. Stay isolated.
So basically, this list would advise us not to listen to anything they tell us to do and basically hide away from everyone.
If you're going to a safe zone, you might as well, you're in a concentration camp.
Yeah, I mean, being of Jewish heritage, a lot of this feels triggering, but understandable. Like, don't go to the big places that they tell you to go, all in groups.
Next on this list, water is a time bomb. The moment the grid drops, the municipal water supply becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. Do not drink from the tap after hour 48 without boiling and heavily filtering it first.
I mean, I guess if this was like my normal house, this lockdown happened, I probably wouldn't think about the water of boiling it. So that makes sense to remind us, like, just don't trust the water, boil everything.
Yeah, you have to boil the water or you're going to get extremely sick. So, that's just 48 hours after something might happen. So it's not even that long.
So good thing we learned how to start a fire with sticks. See?
Next on this list, was an interesting one to me. Avoid stairwells. Never use elevators and avoid the main stairwells in high rises. Airborne pathogens pull in enclosed vertical shafts. If you must move, use exterior fire escapes. Interesting one.
I mean, it's interesting. And just the way you're reading this list is like giving me anxiety. Like you have a scary voice when you're reading these things.
Well, I'm sorry, but I want people out there to be safe and understand like there are certain things that you should know for survival.
We know. Okay, we hear you.
Next on this list is kill your trackers. If martial law is declared, the military will use cellular heat mapping to locate holdouts. Power down every smart device, remove the batteries, and wrap them in aluminum foil. Now, I'm sounding really, really out there with this one, wrapping them in aluminum foil. If it's to a point where it's so bad, maybe you're just smashing them and breaking them and throwing them in a distant direction away from you. I don't know, but you have to get rid of your tracking
So no
devices.
phones. So there's no phones in this
Phones are
post-militia based world that you're creating.
Anything I feel that could connect needs powered down. So you're talking about any sort of laptop, computers, desktop computer, cell phones, iPads.
So we're not going to have much entertainment while we're sitting there. Can we?
No.
We can whisper to each other and play games like Guess the Food.
I would say even smart TVs would probably be there's not going to be
you're saying
electricity
any electronic
anyway. So, I mean,
device.
unless you have a generator,
So-
you're screwed, but correct.
This is why you should have books in your house, people. Save the books.
That was the last one on my
Is that the list? Oh, well, thank. Oof.
So everyone out there, stay safe and use these ways of survival if need be.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for educating us. I feel like that was a scary thing to end on. So maybe we should just do one fun little question.
Sure.
One
Fun
fun
me.
little question.
Fun me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fun you. Oh, I'll fun you up. All right. Let's see. You should beatbox on this. It's so good.
Wait on a lease. Wait on a lease. Wait on a lease.
All right. Let's end this on some fun. I'm gonna give you a couple. I'm gonna give you a few of these. Just
Fun
have some fun with
time.
it. Fun time. Okay. Busy. For $10 million, would you give up one of your five senses?
Do I get to pick the sense?
You could pick the sense in this case.
Yeah.
Which one?
Smell.
You'd give up smell, so you're essentially giving up taste too.
No, I didn't say I'd give up taste. I said smell.
Well, but smell is a part of taste, so
No.
you're going to have less
Name
taste.
off
You're
the
gonna
five
have less
senses.
taste.
You can't take two at one time. Sorry, nope.
But if you...
That's not the question. Doesn't matter.
It is the question.
This is not a
because
scientific question. Like,
It
oh,
is
you
a
lose the
scientific
one if the
question.
other one's gone.
I'm just saying you're
You
gonna
have five
to accept the
senses.
fact.
I'm giving up smell. I'm keeping taste. Thank you. Move on.
Well, if you give up smell, your taste is not going to be as good as it was. You won't have no taste, but you're not going to have a lot of taste. You give up smell for $10 million.
Yeah.
If it was literally just smell, I could see that. It'd probably help you out most of the time.
With all you stank people out there.
Your steakness.
No, I never smell bad.
All right. Would you never watch another movie for $10 million?
No, I probably couldn't do that. I love films too much. That's just, no. Nope.
Okay, last one. Would you spend... Actually, I have two more for you. Okay, couple more. Would you spend one full year completely alone for $10 million?
Yes.
Would you do it for $1 million?
Yes.
This is no phone, no people, internet and food are allowed, but you cannot communicate with any person.
What part of this is bad?
I knew you would say that.
I take the money
Would you
right
do
now.
it? Fine. Would you do it for $100,000?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's go.
Okay, as someone who spends a lot of time with you, and I'm offended here. $100,000 a year. Fine, I'm gonna even go look. $10,000.
No, that's silly.
Okay, $50,000.
No, six figures is my cutoff point.
$100,000 pre-tax. So you're taking away basically $70,000. You do it for.
Oh, you're saying that I'm still going to get taxed on top?
Yeah.
Nah, this is under the table.
Okay, so $100,000. You're spending a whole year alone, no human contact.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
If anybody out there wants to take on this challenge with me and pay me out, let me know.
Oh my God. Yeah. If anybody wants to fund or people want to crowdfund this, wonderful. You know what what you can do is we can have a feed like the Truman Show. So we can watch you, but you can't communicate with us.
I'm just on the screen.
You're on the screen. We're watching like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
You're by yourself.
Okay. I can do
For
this.
$100,000. If anybody's out there who wants this to happen, hit us up. I can't. $100,000. You should have went for $1 million. Then at least somebody was coming through.
Well, I did go for $1 million, but you kept cheap
Yeah, well, I
shotting
kept
me.
lowering because I wanted to see, because you were so excited about it. You were like, this is a gift. Offensive. Would you work a normal 9-to-5 office job for the next 20 years for $10 million?
No.
So basically you're making $20 million over $10 million over the next 20 years, but you have to work a 9-to-5.
No. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Okay, we're going to do more of these another time, but very interesting.
Sure. Yeah, I like this game.
Do you have any for me?
For $10 million, could you make a 3-pointer?
I have made 3-pointers in the past with proper form.
When I met
with proper
Elise,
form.
she actually thought there was a chance that she could beat me at basketball.
Are you done? Are you done laughing yet?
Do you remember that conversation?
I do. I thought that I could potentially beat you in horse. Horse, which has some strategies. Okay, I also had an ex-boyfriend that played basketball, and I
sure
beat
he
him
was
in
real
horse.
good. He must have been the man. Oh.
Let me be clear. I can make a 3-point shot with my form.
Oh,
but when
shit.
you had to teach me the proper
With my
form for shooting a basketball.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, we're done with this. Ending the podcast now. Thanks for watching, folks. All right. Well, I think that's a good ending point.
Yeah.
Since Mark can't stop laughing
get
and now
outta
has to
here.
wipe his eyes. His glasses are fogging up now. Thank you all for listening today. Banana Time Podcast. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. And yeah, again, offer stands. Anybody has $100,000 where Mark's going to isolate himself for a year, please. At this point, after the end of this, I'm down. So please, anybody.
Remember,
Bye.
knowledge is survival.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys.
What is happening? What are you doing? Walk like an Egyptian. Oh, way open. Rude?
Turd.
No, don't you call me a turd.
Turd.
Turn off the
Turd.
pod.
Turd.
Turn off the podcast.
Turd. Off the podcast.
Turd. Turd off the podcast.
Turd off the
Turd
podcast
off-
now.
Turd off the
You
podcast.
turd off
right
the
now.
podcast.
You turd off the podcast.